Center is the scene, a big crowd on hand to welcome back the Blues. They're home for 3 in a row. And tonight, before this big crowd, they'll take a look at the New York Islanders for the only time this season. We welcome you to Savvis Center, and McLaughlin's here, Bernie Federko, and my name is Ken Wilson. We're glad that you are with us tonight. The Blues have a lot of players back, and Bernie, boy, the firepower from a week ago at the trading deadline is vastly increased.
Yes, it is. When you see all the injuries that were out, only Craig Conroy not there. You had Tkachuk, you had Stillman, you had Tyson Nash, and Al MacInnis back from injury. So this seems like a stacked team right now, Kenny.
Yeah, they're loaded again, and the big name returning, of course, is Al MacInnis.
Well, Al MacInnis, great to see him back. Missed 23 games. Still has a little bit of blurriness in that eye right now, but hey, it's just great to have him back. To see the Blues one game below 500. So with him back in the lineup, I think the forwards are going to get a lot of great passes, and I think this power play is going to be a little improved.
Oh, no question. First and foremost, the Blues want to get ready for the playoffs, but not that many games remaining. Still a shot to win the Central Division.
No question about it, and I like with the Blues' new size, Tkachuk in the lineup especially. You see Detroit only has 8 games left, the Blues with 10, so 2 games in hand right now. They have to win the games they're expected. I think it could come down, Kenny, to that game next Wednesday in Detroit, a matchup, a 4-point game. If the Blues can win that game, all of a sudden the tide can turn, and hey, who knows, they can win that Central Division, and wouldn't that be nice?
Oh, wouldn't it though? Now, things changed on the road. The final 2 games of the 3-game trip after the trading deadline. Keith Tkachuk and Cory Stillman got into action, and they played well.
They really did. It just shows the president. I really like Keith Tkachuk. I've always liked him. Maybe the premier power forward in the league, and what a move that was in Calgary. A great goal, his 30th of the season. 5th time in his career he's got 30 or more goals, so he's a big presence, not only scoring but in front of the net. Cory Stillman, he's a guy that likes to go to the net. He likes to score goals. He's maybe had a couple of off years, but I think he really believes that he can turn it back on. He had 27 goals this year high, and he has 22, Kenny, so the sky's the limit there with him.
Briefly, on the other side, you've got the Islanders. I'm not going to say they're the worst team in the league, but I'm going to tell you they've got the fewest points of any team.
They may be the worst team in the league, Kenny. I think you're being nice, but that shows that they're 7 points behind Atlanta. A couple of you see the expansion teams, Minnesota and Columbus, way up there, and to me that's embarrassing. This team really has never been able to set the tide. Too many trades, too many guys in and out of the lineup, so I don't know when they're going to start over rebuilding, but they've got some good young talent.
Well, it'll be interesting to see the Islanders, and of course, Tkachuk and Stillman make their home debut. And Al MacInnis is back. The Islanders, the Blues, coming up next. Here at the Savvis Center, and for the 18th time in a row, this will be sold out here tonight as the Islanders come to town. The home debut for Keith Tkachuk. As Ken and Bernie mentioned, Al MacInnis is back in the lineup along with Tyson Nash, and it's also the home debut for Cory Stillman. Off to a great start for the St. Louis Blues. He picked up his 22nd goal of the year the other night against the Calgary Flames. We talked to him prior to tonight's game and asked him about facing the lowly Islanders, a team that is struggling this season.
When you're playing a team that's out of the playoff race, they're trying to work as spoilers, and everyone knows we're trying to catch Detroit right now, so it's a big game for us to play well. For me to come back into the new arena and play well in front of the fans is a big opportunity. But I think the biggest thing is come out and play hard, because you know they're going to compete because they're working for their jobs for next year.
Cory Stillman is in the lineup tonight. Let's turn to our lines. They're brought to you by the Casino Queen for the St. Louis Blues. The top line, a little different look with Tkachuk, Heston, Drake, Stillman, Reasoner, Young on the second line. Tyson Nash back in there. Mike Eastwood will center the 4th line. On defense, normally you'll see Al MacInnis paired up with Bryce Salvador. Tonight he'll be with Jeff Finley. Then the 2 Russians, Hill and Reardon, the 3rd pairing for the St. Louis Blues. Bernie Federko takes a look at tonight's starting goaltenders. Bernie.
Thanks, Dan, and there is the starting goaltender for the Islanders, brought to you by Dodge. Rick DiPietro, just a 19-year-old, only 2 wins, but he's played pretty well, and the Blues are going to need to test him a lot. Roman Turek, the goaltender that has been, I guess, told he's going to be #1. You see his record. He's played very well the last little while, and let's hope he can play again good tonight, Kenny.
Let's hope so. We're underway, and it's center ice. Cairns knocks the puck ahead onto the right wing, and the play is offside as Parrish takes the puck. And Bernie, we immediately go to the keys to the game, brought to you by your quality Ford dealers on both sides of the river.
The Islanders are a very physical team. In fact, they lead the league in hitting, so the Blues have to be very physical, take the initiative to take it to them. High energy, they're back at home after a long trip. Get the energy going, use Tyson Nash for that, and offensive pressure. This is not a good hockey club. If you get on top of them in their own zone, they're going to make mistakes, you're going to score goals.
Now the puck in the Islanders zone, and they are big. Tkachuk keeps the puck in by Drake to Hest. Hest is taken out by Chara. In the corner, Tkachuk. Connolly after him. Chara can't contain Hest. Then slows him up, and here's the veteran Claude Lapointe. He tries to get the puck ahead to Parrish and can't. Now Havanoff over here to Hest. Ahead too far for Drake. Zdeno Chara, he's 6'9" if you think he looks tall. Playing the puck to Cairns. Now Tkachuk and MacInnis always going to get a big hand. This is one for MacInnis, who's out there. Up on the wing. Blues can't get the puck out. Then it's carried out to center ice by Bill Muckalt. Now the puck ahead to Dave Scatcher, the one-time Vancouver Canuck. MacInnis gets it, clears the puck ahead to Stillman. Right wing to Young with Reisner. Young sets it up, looking for MacInnis, takes the shot, and the save by Rick DiPietro, the 19-year-old. And look at Al MacInnis. He missed 23 games with that eye injury.
And what an ovation the crowd is giving him, and I've got a feeling that he hasn't missed anything at all as far. He might be not in good condition, Kenny, but you know how smart he is out there. He always knows where he's supposed to be positional-wise, and once he can use that stick and get that rocket going again, hey, he might even score a couple of goals tonight.
Kind of interesting to see him with a shield. Of course, the eye has continued to get better. I'm sure it's not 100%, but good enough to play.
And he has the clear shield, not the smoke glass like we saw him in the early practices.
Here's Taylor Pyatt, a 19-year-old. He gets hit. Sean Hill dumps the puck in. DiPietro short hops it, plays it up on the wing, and out to center ice. Reardon and Hill are on defense. This is Hill back. Mellenby's on one wing. Nash is on the other with Turgeon at center. Now Pyatt gets the puck, plays it into the corner. Big hit there by Reardon. And Turgeon feeds to Nash. Ahead for Scott Mellenby. Mellenby looks for Turgeon. Here Turgeon is backhand, being chased behind the net. Checked in the corner, but gets away from Mezei. Then there's going to be a penalty call. We're going to get the first penalty of the night, and it's an interference call. So excitement brewing once again.
Tyson Nash did not take time to make his presence known as he took the big hit there. You see, there's the interference because Pierre Turgeon had the puck, and you see the hit there on Mezei there, so that's why Nash goes off for interference, and he didn't like to call it all, but we've seen Tyson Nash do this before, and he's been out a while. Nice to see him back in the lineup too, and he's going to add a lot of energy to this lineup.
Yeah, he said, I'm going to have to control myself early. And he takes the penalty. There you see the Islanders 26 on the power play. The Blues penalty killing at 86% is the fourth best in the league. So the Islanders, who have won only 19 games all season, get the first crack on the power play. The pass by Hamrlik walked away, batted away, and here's Tim Connolly on the power play. He's a center who's only 19. Roman Hamrlik, remember, he started out his career with the Tampa Bay Lightning when they were beginning. Now back to the point. Here's a shot by Connolly, deflects in the air, played by Finland. Over to Eastwood, and he'll dump it down the ice, and the Blues quickly send out 4 fresh penalty killers. Mariusz Czerkawaski is out there on this power play for the New York Islanders. Hamrlik ends up with the puck, doesn't see it, so Drake tays it. Czerkawaski tries to poke check him and can't, and Drake will shoot the puck in, but clearly offside, and they'll move the faceoff back into the Blues end. So we're short of the 3-minute mark. The Blues are shorthanded, and neither team has scored here in the early going.
Tough spot for the Islander coach, Lorne Henning. Butch Goring was let go, and Lorne Henning has taken over, and this is a tough situation for him. Really good friends with Butch Goring, and the fact that this team, what direction do they have? And that's hard to be a coach when you're not sure what direction the team is going. A lot of young players, but he's had a lot of young players, these guys, for the last couple of years, and they've all been traded. And every time they turn around, it seems like there's new people in the lineup. So it doesn't look like he's going to be the head coach after the year, but you never know.
Galley is the man at the point, and a shot from the far wing, and they score. A power play goal. The New York Islanders say, hey, don't take us lightly. Kenny Jonsson from the right wing sends it home.
Face-offs, we talked about how important they are. And the Blues lost this one. You'd see a quick pass into the side, and this is a traffic in front that Roman Turk never saw. That you see the two Islanders standing in front of the net, and this shot from the boards eluded Roman Turk. He was out, good position. You'll see him go down here from the overhead. You see right there in front of him, Scatchard standing and moving at the same time. No chance for Roman Turk. It either hits him or it goes in the net, and it was in a perfect spot, and the Islanders take a 1-0 lead.
Fifth of the season at .255 for the 26-year-old Swede, Kenny Jonsson. So the Blues back at full strength. Islanders dump the puck in. Hill goes back, plays the puck to Meyers. Quickly to Tkachuk. He misses getting hit. That was Steve Webb. Now the Blues work in, and they're offside at the Islanders' blue line with 3:11 gone here in the opening period. And a little bit of bumping and shoving. The veteran defenseman Reardon talking to Webb after he tried to lay out, if you will, Tkachuk out at center ice. The Blues allowing the first goal still in 15 of the last 20 games, Bernie.
We knew this was going to be a hard game for the Blues to play. The Islanders really no pressure on them at all. They're not going to make the playoffs. They're not going anywhere. The Blues, a long road trip again. Kenny's first game back after a long road trip. Hard to get the legs going. And even though they have all these new guys in the lineup, it's very important to try to get the high energy, and tough to take a penalty and then get the power play goal against. But I still have a lot of confidence in this lineup that they have.
Yeah, I like the chances. Galley and Scatchard assisting on Jonsson's power play goal at 2:55. Here's Eric Cairns playing the puck around. Chara lets it go up on the wing. Webb gets hit. Now over the line, the pass comes back to Berube. He can't make the play. Also Steve Martins, he's 37 on the line with Berube and Webb. And the Blues to center ice. Barteshko to Reardon, long shot, and the save by Rick DiPietro. And the puck cleared back into the Blues end. The shots are 2-1 St. Louis, and both teams are changing. Here's Sean Hill in his first season with the Blues. Ahead for Scott Young to Turgeon, poke checked by Galley. Connolly leaves the puck for Galley. Galley on defense with Jonsson. Connolly up front, the 19-year-old we mentioned, centering a line. Blues take over. MacInnis over to Finley. Up on the wing, here's Cory Stillman. The pass gets away. Stillman is out there now with Turgeon Young as the Blues shakes things up. Connolly slides the puck back. Jonsson spanks it off the glass. And here's Cory Stillman giving the puck to Turgeon. A bit of a crowd. Then his pass broken up. Knocked away by Coleman. Now Stillman battling Jonsson. Pete's behind the net. Here's Scott Young into the corner. Out for Turgeon. Very crowded. And Jonsson will take the puck for the Islanders. And he'll clear it high to center ice. This is Finley. He'll shoot it in. Stillman gets knocked down. Islanders back. Jonsson moves up the ice. Both teams are changing. And the pass is offside to the veteran Claude Lapointe. On this goal, Bernie, it might have been deflected. We could take another look and see.
Roman Turk really no chance, but you see the two Islanders right in front of the net. And I don't know if it got tipped there. There's a good look at it. Now, both those guys waved at the puck right in front of the net. Scatchard was definitely standing in front, and I don't know there. It's possible that Pyatt might have touched it. His reaction looked like he might have touched it. He was awful excited that it went in, so hard to tell. You look at Roman Turk, his losses this month, 3 of them 2 ties, and you really can't fault him though that much, Kenny. This team has not played that well during the last month, and it had a lot to do with all the injuries.
Yeah, haven't been many wins. Only 1 win in the last 9 games. Only 3 victories in the last 15. Into the corner, Kvasha. He'll go back behind the net now for the puck. Hesh gets in his way. This is Tkachuk. He's tied up by Chara, the fellow who's 6'9", 250. Tkachuk looks like a wee little guy next to Chara, who bumps straight. Tkachuk a pass knocked away. And the Islanders Czerkawaski gets the puck out. Man open in front. Parrish. They can't get the puck to him. Here's Mariusz Czerkawaski, the 28-year-old from Poland. He gets tied up by Drake. Blues try to clear, and they do, by Mezei. And after the puck, Jonsson. Nash is there. Jonsson touches it. Icing is the call against the Blues. 1-0. They trail the Islanders. Let's turn to our Bud Light What's on Tap. Coming up here at home, this is the opener of a 3-game home set. The Colorado Avalanche will be here Thursday night. The Blackhawks Saturday afternoon, single games only. Then the Blues go to Detroit, Pittsburgh, and Columbus and finish up the season at home with 3 games against Carolina, Columbus, and Nashville. Tickets are tight. There are the Ticketmaster numbers. Get your tickets quickly. We hope you'll be here for the stretch run as the Blues position themselves for the playoffs.
I think there's going to be a lot of position in the last couple of weeks. There's so many teams bunched up. You don't know if Blues are going to be second or fourth, but you don't know who anybody else is going to be, what position they're going to be. The Blues could play virtually anybody except Colorado.
You could get right down to the last weekend. You know, could be Phoenix, could be Edmonton, could be Vancouver, could be San Jose. There's somebody out there probably.
The only 2 teams we know it's not going to be is Detroit and also Colorado.
Right. Now the Islanders with some pressure. Long shot goes wide by the 20-year-old Mezei. Out at center ice, here's Nash. He's out there with Reisner and Mellanby. Mellanby taken down. There's going to be a penalty here against the Islanders. So the Blues trailing at 1-0 will have a power play of their own here in the first period.
Dave Scatchard goes off for tripping. You'll see it right here. Now, I don't know. This is a questionable call as Scatchard was trying to take the puck with his feet there. And it was Mellanby that tripped over him. So he goes off for tripping. A break for the Blues. Let's hope they capitalize on it.
One of those calls you like if it's for you and you hate if it's against you. 6:22 the time of the penalty. Blues looking to tie it. And here is Claude Lapointe. He'll take a shot. And the save by Juraj. The Blues power play, 12th in the league at 18%. And the Islanders are 22nd in the penalty killing department at 82%. Turgeon taken down. Not happy to the point. MacInnis. Over to Young. Back to MacInnis. Up front. Here's Hesh in front of the net. You've got Tkachuk. Unable to get the pass from Turgeon. Now Hesh with the puck. Out to MacInnis. Here's the shot. Deflects the head. In front. He shoots. He scores! Oh, baby. MacInnis in the middle. There he is, number 2. And the open Hesh, the power play goal, ties it at 1.
A big difference having Al MacInnis back on that point. Even though this shot got blocked, you see how far the Islanders have to play out on that point, which opens up the ice a little bit. This puck may be a crazy bounce, but Jochen Hesh in the right place. You see MacInnis is going to get the puck, and from Turgeon, good work by Scott Young here to keep it in. And this is good movement by the power play. You have to have it, but Hesh goes to the net after the pass and ends up with the right spot, and the puck bounced to him, and beautiful shot by Hesh right up into the top corner. But there's the shot by MacInnis. It looks like his eyesight is okay right there. You see he's picking up the puck very easily there, and a big goal there for the Blues to tie this at 1.
So Jochen Hesh is the goal scorer. That is his 18th.
They may be reviewing this to see that it make sure it went into the back of the net, because it went in so fast and came out. We'll maybe get a good look here. Right over the shoulder of DiPietro. See the bulge in the top of the net, so there's no question that went in. So a big power play goal for Hesh gets the crowd back into it.
Jonsson gives the puck to Mezei. He has trouble, and Barteshko intercepts. Lubos Barteshko on with Mike Eastwood, who takes the puck, and Jamal Mayers, who's offside at the Islanders line. 7:09 the time of the tying goal. Hesh's 18th from MacInnis and Young.
Here's a good look at the goal in the overhead. You'll just see right in here, the puck is going to hit and hit hard right underneath the bar. So that's what they reviewed. Pretty obvious. You see even the water bottle moving. Great shot by Jochen Hesh.
18 goals. Jochen Hecht, 70 games. After the puck, Mayers back to Reardon. His shot goes wide. Here's Barteshko. He gets chased a bit by Webb, and the Islanders on the attack. Martins dumps the puck in the corner for Craig Berube. He's been around a while. He's 35 now. Webb takes down Eastwood, and the Islanders get the puck. Played ahead by Jonsson, deflects in. Reardon goes back and takes it away from Martins. They've got 2 or 3 little guys on this team, but man, they've got some big boys, and they like to hit. They don't win, but they're going to bounce you around a little bit. If you like size, this is your team. If you like to win, the Islanders are not your team. They've got size, but not enough talent. And the puck shot in by Mark Parrish. Far side, Mariusz Czerkawaski. Puck goes behind the net. Reason gets his stick up a little bit. Now Parrish to the point. Galley a shot. Good save. Czerkawaski beats behind the net. Oleg Kvasha there. Now Mark Parrish. Kvasha is big too. Havanoff takes his man down. Kvasha going in there, number 12. He's 6'5". They've got plenty of big guys like Kvasha here to make a basketball team. Puck goes wide again. Now Kvasha tries his luck again to the point. Here's a shot, and that goes wide. Hamrlik letting it rip, and the puck to center ice. Mellanby. He'll move in on the wing. He's got Reisner going to the net. The pass for Reisner. They score! Gary Galley puts it in his own net. And the Blues grab the lead 2-1.
Those are the mistakes that the Islanders seem to always make. You'll just see Scott Mellanby is going to outwork Kvasha for the puck. Former teammates of the Florida Panthers. But you see right there, Mellanby outworks Kvasha. It's a 2-on-1. Marty Reisner going to the net. And it's Gary Galley deflecting this in between the pads of DiPietro. It never did make it to Reisner, but not a good play by Galley. But I guess you look at that as he was working, trying to come back. Unfortunate for Galley. He deflected into the net, but a good goal, good work by Mellanby, and he deserves the good luck there because of the outworking of Kvasha along the boards.
9:02, Scott Mellanby, an unassisted goal. And Mellanby has 10, and he's scored a lot for the Blues since coming here from Florida. Now DiPietro takes the puck. He'll fire it off the glass. Knocked down. Here's Tkachuk. His pass for Reardon, tipped away. Reardon on defense with Hill. Tkachuk up front with Drake and Hecht. Puck goes the length of the ice, touched by Eric Cairns. And that's an icing call against the Blues, who have a 2-1 lead. Well, let's tell you about the Blues Big Alumni Bash. It's coming up Friday night. They're playing the Blackhawks alums, 7 o'clock start. And hey, if you'd like to skate with the Blues or Blackhawks heroes, simply fax your name, phone number, and a bid. That would be dollars. By tomorrow at 5 p.m. to that number. Fax your bid number, 622-2582. The 2 fans submitting the high bids for each team will suit up and play Friday night. Tickets $10 and $15 available at Ticketmaster outlets.
You see right there on the overhead how the puck never did get to Reisner. It ended up being deflected by Galley in front. That's why Mellanby was given the goal.
Ooh, now the puck in front. Pyatt almost puts it in. Whoa, and then Reardon trying to tip it to Turek so he can cover, and does. You know, it's such a wide open game, 85 feet by 200 feet. Then you get in those little situations, Bernie, where everything seems to happen in 6-inch increments, and it gets awfully tight.
It really does, and especially when the puck starts bouncing, you're not sure where it's going to go. Roman Turek was in good position. Then all of a sudden the puck was turned over, and then all of a sudden it's back in front of the net. So good work by Roman Turek. But I will tell you, Kenny, after the Blues bash, right now the high bid is at $1,500.
Wow.
To play in the game. Two people will be allowed to play, one for each team. So get your bids in by tomorrow at 5 o'clock.
It'll be a lot of fun on Friday night, and then the Hawks and Blues will tangle at 2 o'clock Saturday after the alums go head-to-head on Friday night.
And let's just say at the moment it's not the 19th sellout in a row, so there's plenty of tickets available.
I heard that. Jonsson touches the puck, and it's an icing call against the Blues, who lead it by a score of 2-1. Well, it's a very good cause, And a lot of names. Murray Bannerman will be in goal for the Hawks alums. Keith Magnuson, Jack O'Callahan, who played on that 80 U.S. Olympic team. Grant Mulvey, Bill Gardner, Denny Savard, Al Secor, they'll all be here. Let's go to Dan McLaughlin.
But quickly, Ken, we talked to Joe Quenneville before the game. How much will Al MacInnis play? Now, remember, before he was injured, close to 30 minutes a night. Not here tonight. More towards the 15, 20-minute mark, but certainly you're going to see him on power plays, and already he's made his presence felt. Looks like the guys have a lot more jump, obviously, with MacInnis and some of the other guys making their home debuts here tonight.
Yeah, no question. The crowd really cheering Keith Tkachuk when he came on for the warm-ups, and MacInnis, Corey Stillman, and Tyson Nash have kind of had to take a secondary chair, but they understand, and this club is so much better now than it was a week ago. And you still have Chris Pronger, who has to come back. You've got Pavel Dimitri, who will come back. Also tonight, Salvador Simpson and Lowe are not dressed. By the way, Yaroslav Otsud has been sent back to Worcester, and Finley gives the puck to Corey Stillman. The Islanders are changing. The Blues are about to, and the Islanders control the puck. Off the left wing to Gary Galley it comes.
We talked about injuries, 273 man games for the Blues. The Islanders are 333, so the Islanders have run into an awful lot of injuries this year as well.
Yeah, there are some teams in the Blues category in terms of player injuries, but not many. Now there's going to be a penalty from the activity along the near boards. 8:53 remaining. First period. MacInnis, a shot that deflects, ends up in the net. Blues lead it 2-1.
With a 2-1 lead here at Savvis, they're going to go back on the power play. You see the charge here, the hit from behind Berube on Jamal Mears. So Berube goes off. The Blues with their second power play chance of the night.
Craig Berube, 11:07. He's 35 years of age now. Probably remember him most with his tenure with the Philadelphia Flyers. The Blues 1-for-1 in the power play with that one shot. After an early goal, the power play by Jonsson of the Islanders. Heshta scored a power play goal, and Mellanby has scored, and here's MacInnis. Ahead for Stillman. Stillman, Tkachuk, and Heshta up front. Young is on the other point, and into the corner goes Stillman. He gets bumped by Chara. Now the Islanders get the puck, and it's cleared the length of the ice by Steve Martins. Martins is out there with Czerkawaski. And on defense, it's Cairns and Chara. Puck shot in. DiPietro trying to handle it, gets it off the glass. Young keeps the puck in. Cairns knocking down Hesh. Now bumping at Stillman. Hesh gets the puck, wondering what to do with it. And Stillman has it to MacInnis. The shot, leg save by DiPietro. Czerkawaski. Pass intercepted by MacInnis. The Blues have a power play here, trying to add to a 2-1 lead. Here's Tkachuk shoveling the puck over to Turgeon, knocked away. Nice play by Young at center ice to keep possession. MacInnis gives it to Turgeon. Both teams are changing. 50 seconds to go on the man advantage. The Blues have a 5-4 lead. Now Scott Mellanby poke checked, and MacInnis will cover up. Here comes Al MacInnis. To Turgeon off his skate. MacInnis gets the puck again, loses it. You can see it, you know, sometimes he doesn't quite have that feel, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, timing is what it's all about, and there's no question. I talked to him this morning, Kenny, about that same thing, and that's exactly it. He said the feel's not quite there right now.
Yeah, well, it's understandable. There is a touch to it all.
Oh, big time, especially when everybody's going so fast.
Yeah. Now onto the right wing. Turgeon puts on the brakes to Marty Reisner. Challenged by Jonsson. Here's Mellanby. And the puck will come back to the point. Gusarov over to Havanoff. The pad save by the youngster. DiPietro. Now the penalty is over. Berube is on the ice. Islanders at full strength. Berube with a puck at the red line. Backhands it in, and both clubs are changing. 6:40 to go. It's the first period. Parrish on the hit of Gusarov. Havanoff dumps the puck out. Roman Hamrlik will go back, take the bouncing puck and lose it. Eastwood takes him down, centers, Mears a shot. What a save by DiPietro. And Hamrlik there ran into a bouncing puck as he went back to take possession. Well, tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central for Midwest Sports Tonight, presented by Verizon. Find out about all of the issues, stories, and headlines that affect Midwest local teams, as well as features on the entire local sports scene. Midwest Sports Tonight, presented by Verizon, tomorrow at 7 Central on Fox Sports Net.
Good work by Eastwood. You see Hamrlik getting knocked down. Eastwood shoveling this back to the front of the net, but Hamrlik's got to get back a little quicker than that. Here's a #1 first pick from '92, and he should be a little better than that. Going to the puck, Kenny.
We shouldn't use the line that he broke in playing with our buddy Rob Ramage, and Rammer taught him everything he knows. I guess that's not an appropriate place to put that in there.
No, no. Great skills. The kid's got so much skills, but he's really had a rough go of it. Maybe starting in Tampa didn't help his confidence at all.
Playing here, I'm sure, doesn't help his confidence.
I guess some guys have bad luck. He went from the worst team in Tampa, got a little, I guess, rest in Edmonton, and now back here where this is unreal how they've not improved at all. The Islanders keep trading every day.
Puck goes to the net, Kolnik, and we're going to get a penalty here. The Blues are out shooting the Islanders 7-5, and they lead it 2-1. The penalty, a boarding call here at 14:19. So the Islanders go to work on the power play. They are 1 for 1. Our fan poll: will the Blues, trailing by 5 points, catch and surpass Detroit for the title? They will. They might not. The race is over. What do you think? StLouisBlues.com is where you log on, and we'll have a result to your opinions later on. Here's Jonsson. He has their goal, which was a power play goal. Nash knocks the puck away. Pyatt in the corner. Can't make a good pass. MacInnis loses the puck. Scatcher to Pyatt. Good save by Turgeon. Now here's Muckalt on the boards to Galley, who's long been an offensive-minded defenseman in this league. Over to Jonsson. Pyatt is up front. There's Scatcher, along with Bill Muckalt. The Blues get the puck cleared down the ice. A minute 25 left in the power play. Blues are up by a goal. The Islanders looking to tie it. And here's Sasha Habanoff off the boards, and the puck again goes the length of the ice. The Islanders are making some changes here. Galley into the middle. Scatcher slowed down. Here's a shot. Good save by Turek. Czerkawaski intercepts. Backhander hits the post. Oh boy, Mariusz Czerkawaski. What a chance he had, and he thought he'd let a pretty good backhander go, and he did. Now the puck kept in by Hamrlik. He's at the right point. Connolly at the left point. Here's Mariusz Czerkawaski centering off. Gooser off, and the whistle, and there's no goal. The puck does not go in. But boy, that was a close call for the Blues and Roman Turek.
Great work by Roman Turek as he picked this up. Watch this puck deflect right off the skate there, right into Roman Turek. That very easily could have went in, and it did by good work. Here's the backhand shot by Czerkawaski right off the inside of the right goalpost, and we'll see from the overhead he clearly beat Roman Turek, but it just goes off the post and then comes out. So Roman Turek, hey, you got to be lucky sometimes too, and we saw that in Calgary the other night. Remember that, Kennedy? Ginla shot in overtime, went off the far post and did not go in. So that's that same spot almost 2 games in a row.
Goalies like those posts. 47 seconds left in Hill's penalty. Matt Barron says hi to his friends and family at Famous Bar. The shots now are 7 aside, and again the Blues are up 2-1. And we've got a big turnout here at Savvis Center tonight, which is pretty much the rule. Reardon gets the puck, clears it by Hamrlik down the ice. Nash is back, flip-flopping, cleaning the ice as much as possible. He gives you a lot of excitement and energy. Kvasha, the 22-year-old Russian, gets the puck to the net. A little snow for Turek, and the Blues don't like it. So they challenge Oleg Kvasha. The officials, by the way, the referees are Stefan Auger and Richard Trottier. Vaughn Rohde and Dan Shakti are the linesmen.
Kvasha really didn't catch any snow on Turgeon. It was kind of to the side, but he kept coming. And the Blues took exception to it there. You see everybody, Reardon first, Finley's there, and Nash grabbed him from behind the head, put him in a headlock. So good work by the Blues to come to the rescue there. You're not supposed to stop and throw snow into the goaltender's face. It really gets everybody a little bad kid, a little ticked off there, and showed it right there.
Kvasha will get his helmet and his stick. Somebody might have popped him, or he might have got a stick in the face. He was bent over, holding his face for a while. Well, tonight it's the 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report. 30 minutes of news completely dedicated to your home teams. How sweet it is. The Fighting Illini get ready for their Sweet 16 matchup with Kansas. Tony La Russa names his opening day starter, and there'll be post-game locker room reaction, recapping this game and Keith Tkachuk's home debut. The Regional Sports Report tonight at 11 here on Fox Sports Net. 27 seconds left in the Islanders' power play. We're in the first period. They trail the Blues 2-1. Reardon trying to clear the puck. Can't. Kvasha remains out there. Here's Hamrlik at the point. Galley is at the near point. The puck comes to Nash to Eastwood, and he'll slide it down the ice, and the Blues send out some fresh players. At center ice, Reardon intercepts. Drake tries to move in on Galley. Drake, a backhander, kicked out, rebound. Oh, and Young comes so close to his 38. Now the penalty over. Sean Hill is on the ice. The Islanders get the puck in. Turek will whack it off the glass. Kept in at the right point by Hamrlik. Behind the net, Reardon battling Czerkawaski into the corner. Parrish is there. Young gets the puck, plays it into the middle. It's Jeff Finley. Finley shoots the puck in. DiPietro out of the net. Now the Blues are changing. 3:12 on the clock in the first period. Hamrlik for New York to Martins. Over on the far side. Ending up with a puck is Webb. Now to Berube. Webb, Martins, and Berube on this line. Kind of a fourth line, if you will, for the Islanders. And it's center ice. Keith Tkachuk trying to move in on Cairns. Dumps the puck behind the net. Played up the glass. Not out. Gusarov keeps it in. Here's Hesht, who has a goal behind the net. Blues up 2-1. Hesht in front. Too many legs to get the puck through. Hesht trying to keep it in and is able to. In the corner, Eric Cairns. His pass tipped away. Kept in, but only momentarily. Steve Webb to Craig Berube. Now both teams are changing. The Blues are out shooting the Islanders 9-8 here in the only meeting of the season between the two teams. Up to Scott Mellanby. Mellanby has scored also. He's wedged to the boards. Slowed up by Lapointe. Here's Barteshko. His shot through the legs of Jonsson. Good save, DiPietro. Barteshko. Little backhander goes wide. Reisner, Mellanby, and Barteshko. Now it's Scott Mellanby trying to get away from Tim Connolly in front. Puck slips by Reisner. Islanders take over. Lapointe takes the pass. On the play from Parrish. Puck ends up in the corner. Parrish goes down. This is Finley. 1:45 to go. Now Mellanby has the puck go out to center ice off his skate. Played ahead by Branislav Mezei. Now the Blues. Finley. He's on with MacInnis. Off Reisner and back to the puck goes Lapointe. Claude Lapointe harkens back to another era. Fellows 5'9", 185. Not too many of those fellows around anymore. Falling down in the corner, heavily into the boards, Bill Muckalt, and his own line, Hamrlik, over far side for Pyatt. He can't get around Reardon. Taylor Pyatt. Then back to take the puck, Eastwood. Captured on him behind the net. Here's Pyatt again. Havenoff trying to ride the back of Pyatt. Along the boards. Czerkawaski loses the puck. Eastwood is in trouble. Now Mayers will cover up. He gets hit by Pyatt. Only 54 seconds to go in the period. Nash has the puck go to center ice as he runs into Gary Galley. Now Hamrlik gets hit. Here's Nash. Pass in front, but Mayers had lost his stick. And the puck deflects to center ice for Sasha Havenoff. 38 seconds to go in the opening period. Over far side for Finley. Now to Hesh, and the puck shot in by Dave Scatchard. It is offside. New York Islanders with 32.2 seconds to go in the first period. Dan McLaughlin will visit with Keith Tkachuk in our first intermission. We'll have a regional sports update, and Bernie and I will be along with highlights. Jonsson a power play goal early for the Islanders, and Hesh and Mellanby have answered for the Blues.
This is a great scoring opportunity for Scott Young. You see the puck come right back out in front. Young very close there. We couldn't tell what had happened there. It was blocked out, but you see he just hit the outside of that goalpost there as DiPietro was diving back in. So good scoring opportunity. Short-handed for the Blues. Looking for their 16th short-handed goal of the year.
Yep, here's Drake. He'll shoot the puck in. 20 seconds left in the first period. DiPietro leaves the puck, almost fakes out Zdeno Chara, and the puck tipped out to center ice and into the Blues end by Parrish. MacInnis pass that bounces a bit on Drake. Cairns ends up with the puck over to Chara. Up the middle of Lapointe, he'll tip it in. 2 seconds to go. 1, and that's going to do it. That is the end of the first period here at Savvis Center. The shots 9-8 Blues, and they have a 2-1 lead over the Islanders. Blues hockey is brought to you by Bud Light, the proud supporter of the NHL. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. Our first intermission is coming up here at Savvis Center. The Blues up by a goal, and Dan McLaughlin will be visiting with Keith Tkachuk. Al MacInnis, 7 minutes 26 seconds in the opening period. And only Jeff Finley played more on the Blues side than Al did. So here we go. The second period. The Blues are up 2-1. And back to the puck will go Havanoff, who's on with Gooserov. Hesh has Drake on the right wing. Tkachuk on the left wing. Tkachuk knocks the puck down, gives it to Gooserov, who feeds it to Hesh. Jochen Hesh over to Drake. Back for Hesh in the corner. Cairns can't contain him. Then catches up with him. The centering effort ends up going behind the net. Drake here. Raced for that bump from Eric Cairns. And here's Tim Connolly. Back for Chara. Up on the wing. Parrish. It's Connolly, Parrish, and Lapointe for the Islanders. Turek leaves the puck for Alexei Gooserov. Up to Dallas Drake, who gets hit by Scatchard. And then a Parrish shot goes wide. And the Blues keep Tkachuk with the puck. The Blues have a 2-1 lead here in the opening minute of the second period. Hesh gets stopped with the puck. The 20-year-old Branislav Mezei, who is from Slovakia. And he's like all these other guys, big. Boy, they're big. Here is Turgeon. The play is offside. We're into the second by 1:06, and Blues hockey on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by Hardee's. Do it for the biscuit. Hardee's, come on home. By the Casino Queen. They know what floats your boat. And by Commerce Bank. Reach financial goals faster with internet banking from Commerce. Open your account today at commercebank.com. Ken Wilson, Bernie Federko, Dan McLaughlin, glad you're with us for game 1 of 3 in a row here at home. Colorado here Thursday night. We're back a 7:30 game, right, a half hour later. The warm-up show at 7 right here on Fox. That's Thursday night. And then, of course, Chicago is here Saturday afternoon. Blues would like to get 6 points out of the 3 if they can. Stillman to Young. Back to Stillman. Turgeon cuts to the middle. The pass a bit behind him, making it difficult to corral. Pyatt can't get the puck. And finally, the Islanders clear it out. And here is Sean Hill. He and Reardon are on defense. The pass too far for Stillman. And Jonsson, who has the goal for the Islanders. Mezei gets the puck in. Reardon has it. Ahead for Stillman, who just banks it off the glass. The teams are changing. Mezei. He's the 20-year-old from Slovakia we mentioned. 6'5", 240. Wow. Now MacInnis back under pressure from Kvasha. And finally Reisner will get the puck. Ahead for Mellanby. He's got a crowd around him. And MacInnis will take over. Clears the puck up for Nash. Trying to tip it out. Can't get it around Galley. And Reardon clears the zone. Reasoner upended by Kvasha. Nash goes to work in. He's hooked down by Galley. And there'll be a penalty here. Gary Galley will go to the penalty box for tripping Marty Reasoner.
This took Richard Trache an awful long time to put his arm up, Kenny. There was no call. You see, that's obvious, but it took, I don't know how long, 5 seconds before Richard Trache, he heard the crowd, and then his arm went up. No question the call should have been made right away. So Galley goes off. The Blues go on their third power play of the night.
The trip on Nash. Reasoner had gotten upended also. The trip on Nash. So the Blues trying to pick up their second power play goal. Galley going off here at 2:31.
You take a look at Al MacInnis' stick, Kenny, that's totally different. That's just happened since he was injured. He's using a graphite stick now with a shaft with a blade in it. And he always was the solid wood. And he was telling me today that this one is so much more consistent, the stiffness and the blade, because he said about 4 to 12 of his sticks were good. And every dozen that was bundled, he'd have to just only be able to use 4. He'd send 8 back, so big difference. So he said he's going to try it for a while, and hopefully he said he's going to like it. But he's sporting that shield. We saw him with that smoked glass, the tinted glass at first, and he's now gone to the clear shield. And you can see he keeps squinting his eyes. He's still a little sensitive to the light.
Yeah, you could see on the bench there, he was really squinting a lot, which is what he said is the biggest problem, the sensitivity to bright light. And on the ice of an NHL arena, it's bright.
They need to paint the ice dark blue, so and then it'll be okay.
Now Tkachuk, Turgeon, Hesht. It could be the 7 line. DiPietro drops on the puck. When you see that trio, all you see really are 7s out there with the 7, 77, and 17. You have to be very creative to come up with a nickname for a line like that, Bernie, the 7 line.
Kenny, that's very interesting. You picked that up so quickly, too.
And there's no use.
They haven't played together this whole time.
Right. There's no use doing that anymore in the NHL, naming lines, because they don't stay together long enough for the name of the line for its ink to dry. Connolly trying to clear Kent, and the puck shot out by Cairns. And the puck played to Hesh by Young. The Blues have a man advantage here for 1:35. They already lead 2-1, and we are 3 minutes into the second period. This is Turgeon shooting the puck in. DiPietro hands it to Tkachuk. Behind the net to Turgeon. Now to Hesh. Can't make the move around Cairns. Gets the puck in the corner. Out to the point to MacInnis. And back to Hesh. The wrist shot goes wide. Boy, you see MacInnis on the power play, and you know, just the plays he makes that the other players can't make. It's unfortunately not as talented as he is, and it just makes all the difference. Like that little play there where he made a little short pass instead of forcing something. Here's Tkachuk. Under a minute to go on the power play. Tkachuk loses the puck. Kept in. MacInnis' shot deflects wide. DiPietro chopping down Cory Stillman. Stillman battles for the puck with Czerkawaski. Then it's Young backhanding it behind the net to Turgeon in front. And Cairns intercepts. Chara intercepts and clears it down the ice. Both teams are changing. The Blues are up 2-1. You get a good look there at Scott Young. 23 seconds to go in the power play. With the puck back into his own zone now is Hamrlik. His pass rink wide, too far. And Hamrlik will go back deep into his end for the puck. And only 10 seconds to go in the Islanders' penalty to Gary Galley. Blues have the only shot on goal in this period. They're out shooting the Islanders 10-8. Hamrlik forces the puck ahead. It's offside, and the whistle blows, and the penalty to Galley is over. So not much happens on that Blues power play.
It's nice to have a couple of guys that'll stand in front of the net. Melody, you saw now Keith Tkachuk, and he pays the price. So just take a look at what he does and how involved he is in the entire shift. Here's a guy that's not afraid, and Chara's 6'9", standing beside him, so Keith Tkachuk is not a little guy by any means, but you see his office is right there in the slot, moving back and forth, and by the end of the shift, he's no question, he's spent it all.
Blues shoot the puck in as you still get a look at Tkachuk. Islanders go back. Here is Barteshko coming out of the corner. Has to go behind the net, takes a shot. And that's tipped wide. Eastwood centers, tipped by Mayers to the goal. And out to center ice, Gooserov over to Abaddon. Off the boards, right to Hamrlik. Now Kvasha gets it back over to Galley. Up on the right wing. Kolnik can't go anywhere, and back for the puck goes Roman Hamrlik. Blues up 2-1. Long pass by everyone the length of the ice, deflecting off the Blues player. And here's Alexei Gooserov. Eastwood on this line with Barteshko and Mayers. Gooserov gets around Kolnik, and the puck fired in. Blues are changing. Galley in the corner, trying to contain Barteshko. Now to Mayers. Oleg Kvasha bumps him. Barteshko tries to get in front, can't get around Galley. Cycles the puck now to Mayers, who's poke checked. Hamrlik with the puck, banks it off the glass behind the net. And this is Juraj Kolnik, a 20-year-old from Slovakia. His pass handed right to Hill, up to Pete Tkachuk, who falls down. Now the puck ends up back of the net. DiPietro plays it up the boards. Reardon can't contain it, and Hill gathers it in, flips the puck to Tkachuk. Kolnik knocks it down. Drake runs into him, and the loose puck for Reardon. He'll flip it into the New York zone, and Galley ends up clearing it out. Here is Todd Reardon for the Blues, shooting the puck in. Coming up to the 7-minute mark of the second. Galley able to screen the puck down the ice. Reardon will go back. They wave off icing. Around to Reardon on a nice play by Juraj. Now to Sean Hill. Back to Todd Reardon. Over to Drake. On with Stillman and Hesh. Here's Dallas Drake flipping the puck in. Now DiPietro out. Plays it up to Steve Webb. He'll clear the zone. Glove down by Finley. Back to MacInnis. Up the middle to Cory Stillman. Stillman in his third game. First home game for the Blues. Coming over in the trade. Puck comes out real clearly. Back in offside. And the trade with Calgary for Craig Conroy. We're in the second period. The Blues lead it 2-1. Blues are up 2-1. And we're ready for the face-off. Turgeon out there with Young and Stillman. And the Islanders control the puck. Now into the Blues zone, and it's an offside play. Turgeon gets the puck up to Stillman. Back to MacInnis from the red line. He fakes. Now moves in. Dances nicely. Centers. Back out of Finley in a shot that deflects wide. Pyatt gets the puck for Scatchard or Muckalt. Neither can get it. And here's Turgeon. Rink wide pass. Dave Scatchard intercepts. And the ex-Canuck flips the puck in. Here's MacInnis firing it off the glove of Scatchard into the New York bench. And we go to our Dobbs trivia question of the night. Who was the first Blues player inducted into the NHL Hall of Fame?
Doug Harvey?
Had to be one of them. Doug Harvey had a terrific career with the Montreal Canadiens, finished up here, and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1973. He was quite a player. Talk about controlling the game, and he did it like he was in a rocking chair.
Right. That's what I don't remember him well enough. I'm a little
You're young.
too young.
You're very, very young.
I feel young. Thank you.
Your lack of experience, Bernie, will not be held against you.
Thank you, Ken.
Youth is a good thing.
Now, did you play with him, or did you just watch him?
No, I just watched him. I was too old to play then. Doug Harvey was a good player, though.
Everybody, you know what, when you talk to him, I was just talking to Barclay Plager. Bark used to talk about Doug Harvey all the time. One of his all-time greats. He said he was so good, so smooth out there all the time, and just controlled the play all the time.
Blues shoot the puck in offside. Lapointe and Mellanby looking each other in the eye, but Doug Harvey was very, very smooth, and late in his career, it seemed like he hardly moved, but I mean, he controlled everything. He knew the pace of the game, and he dictated the pace of the game. It was amazing to see. Meanwhile, our St. Louis Blues Miracle Ties. It's a great gift idea. On sale now for a $20 donation to the Children's Miracle Network. They're dressy neckties featuring the Blues logos and colors. They can be purchased at Blues home games Thursday and Saturday this week, or you can purchase a tie by calling that number, 314-434-6880. All the proceeds benefit the Children's Miracle Network. At one time when Harvey was playing with the Canadians, they had Tom Jonsson, who was also he was number 10, Harvey was number 2, and they were both, if you will, in that era, Norris Trophy winners. I think really the last time that happened before MacInnis and Conger on the same team.
That's correct. That is correct. I remember reading about that. And,
yeah.
But I think that we can almost compare. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Doug Harvey's an awful good player, and Al MacInnis in that class too. And I think that Al MacInnis, we see how he controls the play out there, is probably a lot like what you talk about when you talk about Doug Harvey.
Kind of player who is so smart and so good with a puck, he could play till he was 40, which I think we can safely say Harvey did. Here is Eastwood. The difference between Harvey and MacInnis would be in a lot better shape late in his career than Doug Harvey was. And play is stopped here with 10:57 to go in the second period, and the Blues up 2-1.
Kenny, I think that can be said about all the players now.
Yeah.
It's called 365-day-a-year conditioning. In our game, it was about 200 days. The other time was time off that you went home. A lot of the guys in those early eras had summer jobs.
Yeah, had to work.
Yeah, they didn't have enough money, didn't make enough money playing. And if you look down the bench there, I don't think there's anybody that really needs a summer job, Kenny.
No. There are your shots. Only 2 shots on goal in this period through 9 minutes and 3 seconds, both by the Blues. The Blues did have a colorful team in the early days when they started here in October of '67 and ended up in the Stanley Cup Finals with so many ex-Montreal Canadians like Doug Harvey and Dickie Moore, and Jacques Plante, and of course they had Glenn Hall. You know, that was an interesting approach to expansion when you had 6 teams coming in at the same time, and it was a very colorful period in Blues history. And of course the Blues have not been to the finals since. Tkachuk doing the forechecking on Cairns. Blues can't quite make a play in front. Now Jochen Hecht over there to Tkachuk. Whoa, what a save! What a save by Rick DiPietro. And the puck cleared and sent in by Scatcher. Now Juraj comes out. Far side Muckalt. He and Hecht tie each other up. Now Scatcher behind the net. Can't move away from Hamrlik. Gets the puck in front. And the Blues poke it away. Here's Jochen Hecht. He'll just clear the puck to an open wing. And it's Roman Hamrlik back in his own end. He's 26 years of age now. Up to Muckalt, who dumps the puck in. MacInnis can't get the puck. Kvasha does. And Kvasha centers. Young lets the puck go to Stillman. And Parrish ends up with it. His pass tipped away, and here is Turgeon. Up for Cory Stillman. He'll shoot the puck in. 9:40 to go in the second. The first 10 minutes of this period will not be recorded as among the most exciting segments of hockey in NHL history. But the Blues do have the lead 2-1. Kvasha loses the puck. Turgeon from Young, and a shot. And that goes off the arm of DiPietro over the glass and into the crowd. The Blues lead it here in the second period, 2-1. Watching tonight's game from the Fox Sports Net Bud Light Party Zone, fans from local sports bars. And if you'd like to win seats in the Party Zone, join us at one of the Bud Light Fox Sports Net Blues viewing parties at sports bars throughout our great city. The Party Zone brought to you by Bud Light and Fox Sports Net. Here's Claude Lapointe. He's got Czerkawaski moving to the net. The puck goes off Czerkawaski's stick. He cycles the puck behind the net. MacInnis is there. Can't get around Lapointe. Lapointe at the post looking for the puck, and it fails to reach him. Connolly just couldn't quite get it to him. Mashing front for Reasoner, who had to put on the brakes. He gets taken down, and there'll be a penalty here against Branislav Mezei.
This is a strange call here, calling it cross-check here, Kenny. Now, I don't know where the cross-check was. The two of them went into the net. And he called that a cross-check because his stick was, it was good position. Marty Reasoner was sliding, and I was surprised there was any call here at all as the net came loose, and there shouldn't have been a call on that one, but I think that's a bad break. But you know what? When you're one of the poor teams in the league, you're going to get those calls against you, and that's exactly what happened there. Is I think Mezei had pretty good position there on that play.
He didn't do anything. Well, the Blues have a couple of goals, and they lead by 1.
This is the first one, a power play goal, deflection that went to Jochen Hess. He made no mistake, and then kind of a fluke goal here. Good work by Melanie. He was just jumping into the front of the net. Deflected in by Garry Galley. That pass was intended for Reisner. It never made it there. Al MacInnis has been a huge success his first game back.
Yes, he has. He's been Al MacInnis-like. Blues power play 1 for 3, 4 shots, looking to add to their 2-1 lead. MacInnis and Young on the points. Up front, the 7 line. Guess we'll only see him on the power play. Turgeon, Tkachuk, and of course Hesh. Here's Young. Pass knocked away by Lapointe. And Cairns dumps it in. Cairns and Chara. Connolly and Lapointe killing the penalty for Lorne Henning's New York Islanders, who come in with only 47 points. Fewest in the league. Young tries to keep the puck in, doesn't see it. And here is Tim Connolly. He'll dump it in. And the Islanders send out 3 fresh penalty killers. 1:20 to go in the Blues man advantage. MacInnis feeds over to Turgeon, trying to force his way in, unable to. MacInnis leaves the puck, stolen away from Tkachuk, and slowing up, playing the puck back into his own end in an effort to kill time is Steve Martins. Martins out there with Czerkawaski. The pass for Czerkawaski intercepted. Young to Tkachuk. Now to Young. Shot block, gets the puck again. But on his backhand, so he goes to Reisner. Reisner, Tkachuk, and Stillman. Now the puck taken by Mariusz Czerkawaski. Mariusz Czerkawaski to Martins. There'll be a penalty here. Turek keeps the puck out. Little Steve Martins with a chance. So the Blues have been sputtering a bit with their power play.
That was borderline Kenny penalty shot right there. As you'll see here, is he in the clear or not? Just hooked a little from behind, but he got up in time that he was right against him. And again, a great job by Roman Turk keeping that puck out of the net. But you see the hook here by Havanov and the sliding into Turk. And Turk, great job keeping that puck out of the net. You see Czerkawaski coming in trying to chip it in. So we'll play 4 aside for 37 seconds, and then the Islanders will be on a power play. Got a minute here. We want to wish Andrea Van Welden a happy birthday. She was 17 yesterday.
The Blues do not have a player in the penalty box, and they need to get one in there. So now referee Stefan Auger will go over to the bench, make sure it happens. Well, Tuesday, April 2nd. Join us for the season opener for the Cardinals. They'll be at Coors Field in Denver to take on Todd Helton and the Colorado Rockies. Cardinals Rockies. It's not on Tuesday the 2nd, by the way. It's Monday. I'd have to have a calendar. I've got April 2nd being Tuesday. I've got Monday being April 1st. And that said, April 2nd was Monday.
April 2nd is Monday.
Well, we've got a lot of variety, but it's Monday, right?
Monday, April 2nd.
April 1st?
Yeah, it's April 2nd. April 1st.
And the Islanders score, and it's 2-2.
Well, April 2nd, 2-2. Same thing, so the Islanders, again, we saw this in the first period, how important the face-offs are. The Islanders won the face-off in the first period to score the goal. Now, here, right off the face-off, Czerkawaski, a great player. He just went right into the face-off circle, and this is a 4-on-4 goal. You see the quick wrist shot. No one picked him up. Someone's got to stay with him off the face-off, and that shot right by Roman Turek, the quick wrist shot, and we're tied at 2.
So much for 4-on-4, which remains for another 26 seconds. So the 28-year-old from Poland, Mariusz Czerkawaski, who is a bit of a sniper. Here he is again, and the shot partially deflects away. The Blues trying to get the puck. Kvasha and Czerkawaski causing havoc. And here's Cory Stillman. He's got Riesner with him and Havanoff, who's on defense with Gusarov, and Hamrlik takes over. Blues changing. Now onto the ice, Mezei. He gets the puck in, and the Islanders have a power play for a minute 15. They've recently just tied it at 12:35 and Tkachuk's 26th goal. Eastwood gets to the puck, feeds behind the net, and the Islanders intercept. Long pass up the middle. Scatcher takes his off his skate, gives the puck back to Galley. Now offside as Taylor Pyatt moves in. 51 seconds to go in the New York man advantage.
But take a look at the Islanders' goal. It happened so quick, and it's a missed assignment off the faceoff. Everybody lines up. You see right in here, these are the two players. You've got the forward that's going to go out to the defenseman. This defenseman here has got to step up and take the play here. And there's no movement here. You'll see the faceoff come out, and no one's moving. Gusarov standing there. He's got to go out to take that man. He didn't take him. Stillman's going out to the point man like he's supposed to. Goes right by, and someone's got to take and step up on Czerkawaski. No one did, and he made no mistake with the wrist shot.
I got my little palm device here, Bernie. Monday, April the 2nd is a Monday, and that first Monday in April is the 2nd, and that's when the Cardinals are going to play at Coors Field, and that's when they will open up the National League season.
That's correct, because the Blues are in Columbus on April 1st.
Yep. That's true.
And that's the night.
Yes, Sunday, April 1st, the Blues are in Columbus. They'll have 2 games left after that. Muckalt in. Great save. Juraj robbing Bill Muckalt on that backhander.
And what else, Kenny? That's the night you set your clocks forward.
Yeah.
Saturday night. The 30th.
Okay.
That's the 1st.
And remember, Sunday, April 1st is April Fool's Day. So in Columbus, don't let anybody pull any tricks on you. Power play for 1 more second. Blues intercept. Scott Young's back on. The Blues send the puck down the ice. No icing. Both teams are changing. 5:20 left. In the second period, the Islanders are making a game of it. It's 2-2. Hamrlik plays the puck to Connolly. On the left wing to Mark Parrish. Poke check by Hill. And he'll shoot the puck in. And here's Sasha Havanoff. Up the wing for Keith Tkachuk. Back in the corner to Havanoff. Tkachuk out there with Turgeon. The Blues lose the puck. Connolly has it knocked away. Here's Havanoff. Young, Tkachuk, and Turgeon. Connolly a pass. Lapointe feeds in front out of the reach of Parrish. Back to the point. Horns a shot. Bad save. Rebound. They score. Claude Lapointe. And the Islanders, making something of a rather ragged second period, take the lead 3-2.
A lot of mistakes made on this shift. Passes through the middle, knocked down. Kenny, this puck should have been cleared a number of times. The Islanders keep hustling. And here, it was a missed pass there by Lapointe, but they stayed with it. Parrish gave it back to the point. Now, everybody's going to the shot. No one's picking up the man in front. Lapointe gets the rebound, and everybody goes right by him, and he scores on the rebound. But there's Havanoff, went right by it. You got to stand and pick up your position, and the backhander right past Roman Juraj, and the Blues all of a sudden find themselves trailing. Quick turn of events, Kenny. The last 5 minutes, the 4-on-4 goal, and here now the goal by Lapointe to give the Islanders the lead.
The old story, if you want to play to the other team's level and they're not very good and you do it, you might just get bitten. You've got to, it's tough to do. It's always tough to do.
Let's just be happy this is the second period. Plenty of time.
Here's Nash. Puck deflects high. DiPietro bangs it to the corner. Mellenby to Mayers with Tyson Nash. Looking for a little energy here. Quick shot, Hill block. Mayers keeps the puck in. Here's Tyson Nash looking it behind the net to Mellenby. Chased by Jonsson. Now the puck comes in front. Mezei up on the wing. Berube slowed up by Mellenby. And Hill flips the puck ahead. Kenny Jonsson goes back. Under 4 minutes left in the second period. That last goal, Lapointe's 8 from Cairns and Parrish at 15-19. So play stopped. 3:51 to go in the second. The Islanders 3 and the Blues 2. 3-2 Islanders. 8th goal of the season for Claude Lapointe at 15-19. after Mariusz Czerkawaski scored at 12:35. Twist and Chase charity hockey game is coming up, benefiting the Gateway Locomotive Special Hockey Program Friday night, April the 6th, out of the USI Sports Complex. The Blues legends against St. Louis media and celebrities. Tickets $10 for adults, $5 for youngsters 12 and under. Available now at all Ticketmaster outlets. And there is an icing call against the Islanders, who have really, late in this period, Bernie, taken control of a period that has been somewhat less than artistic.
Yes, I would sum that up rather quickly and agree totally with what you to say, Kenny, but it's one of those periods that we tried to say is one of the keys, that you needed energy, and the Blues had that energy early. You got MacInnis back, you got Nash back, Tkachuk still playing their first games, and it's that long road trip. The Blues have not played many home games here, and it's very difficult to get back into the thick of things here at home. So right now the Blues seem to be falling into that right now, into that trap where they really have lost that energy.
Tkachuk wins the draw to MacInnis, flips the puck to the net, and the save by DiPietro. 3:34 to go in the second, and we go to Dan McLaughlin.
But one of the bright spots in this game has been the return of Tyson Nash. We talked to Joe Quenneville during the pregame show, and he thought one of the problems with this team is that in penalty killing, they didn't have a real good guy that was doing a good job. They lose Conroy. Now Tyson Nash comes back. He's provided a physical presence here tonight. He's done a very good job, and by the way, we'll visit with him in our second intermission. But certainly good to see Tyson Nash instigating out there, and with that physical play, Bernie can get things going out there.
No question about it. He causes a lot of penalties to be taken against the Blues, and when he's in your face, he's hard to play against, and that's what the Blues need, that, especially coming into the playoffs.
Tkachuk wins the draw again. The puck slips by MacInnis. He'll play it over to Finley. Hesh, Tkachuk, and Drake on this line. Puck tipped in by Taylor Pyatt. Al MacInnis, his return. Without MacInnis and Pronger, 21 games, and the Blues won only 5 of them. Here's Drake. Up the boards for Tkachuk. Hesh can't get the puck. Drake trying to work it out. Now we're going to have a penalty as Drake is taken down. A delayed call. Turek can go to the bench. He does. Here's Hesh. He gets slowed up. Centers the puck. Tkachuk! There, shoots! Hits the post. Well, that was agonizing. Tkachuk on a deflection wide. Blues with the extra attacker. Penalty coming up to New York. The Islanders touch the puck, and the Blues, Bernie, will go on a power play.
What an opportunity for Keith Tkachuk, but he lost his footing right in the slot. But the original penalty, right here you see Dallas Strait coming through the middle, getting upended. The penalty call right made there, and here's Tkachuk all alone in front. You can see he slipped, but he still got a shot away, and it hit that far post and then went out the other side. So tough break for Tkachuk, but you see he lost his balance there. Got a rut stuck there with the blade, but he's still able to get that shot away and hit that far post. See it again here. You see the far right post. He shot right off of it and then into the corner. So the Blues, an opportunity here, Kenny, on the power play to get this game back to even.
They are 1 for 4 on the power play. The Islanders are 1 for 3. Shots are 14-13 Blues. At the point, Havanoff gets around Lapointe. In the corner, Stillman. Now on to Mellanby. Mellanby, Stillman, and Reisner. Here's Marty Reisner. Hamrlik gets in his way. Havanoff and Young are on the points. Here's Scott Young. He'll shoot. DiPietro the save. And Lapointe gathers the puck up for New York. They're short-handed. Lapointe with Connolly just leaves the puck. We're down to 2:05 to go in the second period. The Blues are trailing it 5 goals, trying to even it here before the end of the second period. Mellanby pass ends up finally getting to Young from Havanoff. The shot blocked on a good play by Mezei. Now behind the net. Mellanby trying to get the puck. It's bouncing every which way, and here's Cory Stillman. To Sasha Havanoff. Back to Cory Stillman. He'll shoot. He scores! Oh, baby! Big late second period goal to tie it at 3 as Cory Stillman lets it rip.
DiPietro really screamed by the Blues, and Cory Stillman, his second goal in a Blues uniform. But good work, you see, by the Blues along the boards. Hamrlik faked this shot, gave it back to Stillman. He just circled a quick wrist shot. You see the traffic in front, and of course, who's there, Kenny? Scott Mellanby. And this shot right through Mellanby and right in there to the far side, just underneath the blocker arm there. But you see all the traffic here again from this angle. DiPietro never picked it up at all, and Stillman, a big power play goal, ties this at 3.
That's a pretty nice goal to get in your home debut with a new team. Boy, you look at the scoring. The Blues have gotten 2 goals in 3 games from Stillman, and the scoring they've gotten from Mellanby. They've been very fortunate. I think especially they've gotten more from Mellanby than they expected. That pass by Barteshko knocked away. Hill shoots the puck in, but Mayers is well in over the blue line ahead of the puck, and we're down to only a minute 12 to go. In the second, Stillman's 23rd from Havanoff and Mellanby at 18:23. Tonight, the 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report. 30 minutes of news completely dedicated to your home teams. Illinois, Kansas, down to the Sweet 16. Cardinals have an opening day pitcher, and you'll get an update on this game. The Regional Sports Report tonight at 11 on Fox Sports Net.
Quick wrist shot. You don't need to have the big windup, and DiPietro had to be way back in the net there because Mellanby was standing in front and no angle to cut off, and a good shot by Stillman. Just get it on the net.
Cairns gets the puck out. Finley gets it right back from MacInnis. He'll flip it in softly this time. Tkachuk knocks the puck down. He's got Kvasha with him. Drake on the line with Tkachuk and Head. Drake in the corner, tied up by Chara, and the puck flipped out by Czerkawaski. Here's Oleg Kvasha, and the shot flutters off MacInnis to Turek. He'll make the save, and with 37.3 seconds to go in the first period, we'll have a face-off. Tyson Nash will be along with Dan McLaughlin at the end of the period. A regional sports update, and of course second period highlights. In this period, each team has scored twice after each team scored once in the first period. Hesh, Mellanby, and Stillman have scored tonight for the Blues. They're out shooting the New York Islanders 16-13. Eastwood on the faceoff with Scatcher. And Turgeon gets the puck with Stillman. Moving in on Hamrlik and Jonsson. Behind the net, DiPietro stops the puck, flips it off the glass, and hits Turgeon. Now Roman Hamrlik for New York. 20 seconds left in the period. Puck will flutter down to Gusarov. He loses it. Quick shot. And Turek makes the save on Taylor Pyatt with 13.7 seconds to go in the second period.
Good chance by the Islanders again. Roman Turek had to be sharp here. Gusarov tried to throw the puck off the boards, hit the partition in the glass there, and just came right back down. So Turek had to be again out in good position to make the save and then hang on to that rebound.
Get well wishes to Pat Handlin. Kim in the truck, that's his mom. Pat, we hope you get well soon. There are the shots, 16-14 Blues. Happy 25th birthday to Lori Watson in the Core Express suite tonight. Blues with a puck, 10 seconds to go in the period. Stillman at center ice, gets bumped. Jonsson flips the puck to the Blues line. 3 seconds to go in the period. Now 1 second, and that'll do it. That's the end of the second period. And after 40 minutes of play at Savvis Center, the Blues and Islanders are tied at 3. Blues hockey is brought to you by Budweiser, who salutes parents who talk to their kids about drinking. We all make a difference. Tyson Nash will be along as Dan's guest after 2 periods. This one is tied at 3. Now for a look at what's coming up on the National Sports Report after the game. Let's go to the Fox Network Center.
3-3 after 2 periods, just about to start the third period. You see 16 minutes and 2 seconds for Al MacInnis through the first 2 periods.
He's been busy, but he always is, and the Blues have to be busy and productive here in this period. Now with the puck, it's Heshed ahead off Tkachuk's stick. DiPietro really likes to handle the puck and wander. Fires it all the way down the ice. Gusarov to touch it. And an icing call against New York just 20 seconds into the third period with the game tied at 3. Blues hockey on Fox Sports Net is brought to you by Jack in the Box. 2 million antenna balls can't be wrong. By your local Hyundai dealers. And by Auto Tire, the right place for the right tires. By the way, on the Cory Stillman goal late in the second period that tied the game at 3, Avanoff got an assist and Mellanby was given an assist. They have changed that assist to Reason. Avanoff's shot deflects into the slot, and the puck cleared out by Connolly. Shot in by Parrish. Lapointe, Connolly, and Parrish in this line. Blues have Drake out there with Heshed, who has the puck, and Tkachuk, who gets it. Back to Gusarov. Gusarov, harassed by Lapointe, gets the puck in as he goes down. Now the Blues are changing. The Islanders are doing likewise. Here's Eric Cairns getting the puck ahead to Dave Scatchard. He'll flip it in. And into the corner goes Gusarov, leaving the puck now for MacInnis. The Islanders completing a change, and this is Scott Young. Into the middle for Gusarov. Over here for Turgeon. Here's trouble moving in. Scatchard advances the puck. Here's Pyatt ahead, and hit on the play is Muckalt. And a quick pass to Young from MacInnis. Turgeon, a shot. Good save by Rick DiPietro. Blues quickly there moving the puck, Bernie.
Good movement. That's what the Blues need to do more of. They've got to get this Islander defense backing in, but a nice play. Scott Young to Turgeon, the quick shot. Good position by DiPietro, though, out to the corner of the crease and took this right in the chest and then covered up on the rebound. But this is good work by this line. Stillman to Young, then to Turgeon. Hopefully they can get one quick and start taking it to the Islanders.
So Turgeon ready for the face-off with Dave Scatchard. Finley and MacInnis at the points. Finley right on with that shot. Big face-off win. And they test Rick DiPietro.
What's good about this one, you'll see here the face-off's going to go back here. Watch Stillman go to the front of the net. Stillman's going to go right in front here. He's going to come right here. The deflection and the big save there by DiPietro, but that's good work by Stillman coming off the boards and making it to the front of the net.
From the draw, Mezei with a puck up the boards by Pyatt. Here's MacInnis back to Finley. Turgeon, Stillman, and Young. Stillman flips the puck in. Mezei goes back. Young is with him. Mezei clears the puck up the boards. Not out until it skips over MacInnis' stick, so he'll have to circle back. Blues have 2 early shots on goal in this period. None for the Islanders, who have been held to 14. The Blues have 18. Scott Young shoots the puck in. Both clubs are changing. DiPietro to Hamrlik. Back behind the net. It's Galley. Under some pressure. Czerkawaski gets the puck neatly to Parrish. Parrish trying to get around Reardon, who does a good job getting his man. Kvasha is number 12. Parrish leaves the puck for Tkachuk. Then a good shot by Hamrlik. Good save by Turek. Nash can't control the puck. Hill gets it ahead. Mellanby to Reasoner. Reasoner in front for Mellanby. The pass behind him. And the pass comes out to Czerkawaski. He hands the puck away. Now Mellanby. Mellanby looking for Reasoner to go to the net. Reasoner never gets there. Good save by DiPietro. Hamrlik just clears the puck out. Blues Hill controls over to Gusarov. The pass goes behind Mears. This will be an icing as Chara touches the puck. And we're 12 seconds shy of the 3-minute mark in the third. The Blues are proud to be a presenting sponsor of the first ever Women's American Collegiate Hockey Association National Tournament. It starts Friday the 30th continues through Sunday, April 1st out at the Wentzville Ice Arena. 8 teams, including the University of Colorado, the University of Michigan, the University of Wisconsin, and the University of Maryland will be on hand. Proceeds will benefit the St. Louis Women's and Girls Hockey Association. For more information, call the Wentzville Ice Arena, 636-332-4600. Faceoffs, look at those numbers, Bernie. Wow.
And the 2 ones that the Blues lost of those 17, Kenny, really hurt them because the Islanders scored 2 goals right off the faceoff. Kenny Jonsson's in the first period. Faceoff one, back to him, and then it was the one that Tkachuk scored right off the faceoff.
Juraj is screened quite a bit there on the Cairns shot. A nice blocker save. Havenoff almost gets drilled down by Webb. Martins leaves the puck of the defense for Chara. Up the right wing. The pass too far for Berube. And here's Havenoff. We're past the 3-minute mark in a scoreless third. Mayers falls down. Berube gets the puck in. Mayers shovels it back to Havenoff. Kvasha Havenoff ahead. Mayers drops his glove. And other glove wanted to go with Webb. Steve Webb goes the other way. And Mayers going, well, what do you mean? I mean, why is it just me?
Webb didn't want any part of this. You see Webb taking Mayers, and then it kind of looked like he looked at Mayers. Now he looked at him and now just kept skating when Mayers dropped his gloves. So Mayers is going to get the only penalty here, I believe, Kenny.
It looks like it. This New York team on a 7-game road trip. They've won 1, lost 1, and tied 1. Their win was in Pittsburgh. That's their only win in their last 6 games, and the Islanders have only 2 wins in their last 11 games. Mayers takes the roughing penalty at 3:26. Of course, the Blues are in a similar situation. Haven't been able to get many wins lately, but expecting that to turn around with the return of Al MacInnis. Now Tkachuk and Stillman on the team.
7 straight years the Islanders without making the playoffs. 58 points last year, 24 wins. The year before, 24 wins, 58 points.
They're going to have trouble getting to 58 this season.
You're right.
They may not make it.
Nope.
They're at 47 right now. Mariusz Czerkawaski gets the puck in initially, played around near side. Connolly, a shot blocked by Eastwood. Here's Roman Hamrlik. So Mayers takes the penalty. It ends up being unsportsmanlike conduct. The pass for Drake gets away. Crowd a little bit surprised there wasn't a penalty there.
Well, it's either a penalty or dying, isn't it, Kenny? I would say so. Wow.
I had that conversation with Don Koharski. He was obliging to listen to the argument that you and I make, but he went back to, well, that's not the way the NHL wants it.
Well, you know what? Right there, if that was a dive, then ignore it. And that's what they must have thought it was a dive. So, again, I'm all for that. Don't give, both. It's one or the other or nothing at all.
Well, when are you going to call diving if you don't call it when a player dives? It's like all the other rules. You ought to call it all the time or don't bother calling it. But don't come to us in 2 months and say, let's start calling it more, which is typically what they do with so many of the rules.
Well, the problem with that all the time is that the referees always say, don't show them up. That's what they don't want to do. Well, a guy falls down in the middle of the ice and gets hooked, and then he's not embarrassed to he's got a break where he gets pulled down. They say it's no penalty, but he just fell down on his own.
Yeah. Power play. Hamrlik a shot, and that's blocked. 22 seconds to go, and the New York man advantage. Hamrlik again. Now to Muckalt. Over far side, Jonsson moves in a shot, and that goes high and wide. Here's Hamrlik playing the puck into the corner. Jonsson gets it behind the net. Scatcherd to Jonsson, a shot block, loose puck. Drake clears it away, and the penalty to Jamal Mayers is over. Here's a shot, oh, that goes just wide. As that's turned aside, Mayers flips the puck up to Young. Blues on a quick break. Drake, here's Mayers. Jamal Mayers taken down. Thought there should have been a penalty there. Dave Scatcherd up to Taylor Pyatt. Both teams are changing. Just coming up to the 6-minute mark in the 3rd period. The period is scoreless. This one is tied 3-3. Now Turgeon with a burst of speed. Ahead to Yoke and Hesh. Moving in on Cairns with a backhander. Knocked away. And the Islanders Connolly with a puck. Tim Connolly, long pass up to Mark Parrish. Trying to work in around Hill, puts on the brakes. Trying to get a shot now. Connolly to Parrish. Big save by Turek. Back the other way. It opens up a bit. Hesh. Now the Tkachuk. On to Turgeon. Two Islanders collide. Turgeon to the net. And the puck batted away. And Hill will have to come to center ice. Heston, Mellanby, and Stillman have scored for the Blues. Jonsson, Czerkawaski, and Lapointe for the Islanders as both teams are changing. Martins loses the puck to Mellanby. With Barteshko and Riesner, and the shot to points wide. Off goaltender Rick DiPietro, playing only his 16th NHL game. Berube shoots the puck in. Sturridge drives it up the board. Berube gets a piece of the puck. It comes in front, swept out by Finley. And here's Kenny Jonsson, who's a big kid too, 6'3", 225. He's actually one of their smaller defensemen. Along the boards, Mezei flips the puck in. Turek settles it down for MacInnis. He's in a crowd. He goes past the puck. Riesner will go into the corner with Berube. Now back to MacInnis, looking for a little room in which to operate. His pass is too far for Barteshko. Jonsson over here to Mezei, the 20-year-old. Up for Berube, the puck skips by him. MacInnis over to Finley. 12:22 to go in the third. The Blues and Islanders tied at 3. The pass for Stillman. Knocked away. Pyatt back for New York. This New York team, only 8 wins on the road all season. But they have only 19 victories. Meyers, far side. Stillman can't go anywhere. The puck sent by Meyers back to the defense to Hamrlik. Up the middle for Eastwood. Puck hits him in the skate. And the Islanders have control of the puck. Muckalt doing the work to end up getting it down the ice. He goes after Hamrlik, whose passes by Stillman. The puck out. Shot back in offside, delayed call. Eastwood up to Meyers over the line. Meyers, a pass for Eastwood, was scatchered on him. And Eastwood taken down as the puck is grabbed and held by DiPietro. So the Blues and Islanders remain tied at 3. It's another full weekend of racing across the Fox networks beginning Friday. Fox Sports Net, the NASCAR Winston Cup qualifying live from Bristol. Saturday on FX, the Busch Series Cheez-It 250, followed by NASCAR Winston Cup practice. Sunday, start your race day with NASCAR this morning on Fox Sports Net. Then NASCAR Winston Cup Series racing on Fox. Get the full wrap-up of all the day's action with NASCAR Victory Lane on Fox Sports Net. The Fox networks are your home for NASCAR. They've got it all. They've got it everywhere, including the Cheez-It race. Now, Muckalt tied up behind the net. Hill gets the puck right back from Hesh, who's on with Drake and Tkachuk. Off Drake's skate. Hill gets the puck, shoots it in. 11:05 to go in regulation. Tkachuk feeding Hesh, who has to battle Cairns. Then a loose puck in the corner for Keith Tkachuk. Leaves it for Hesh. Now to Dallas Drake. Back to the point. Hamrlik shot blocked. Scatchard gets the puck ahead. Here's Pyatt. He'll bounce it into the corner. Both teams are changing. Neither team has scored in this period. The Blues outscored the Islanders 2-1 in the first. They return the favor in the second. Shots in this period, 5-4 Blues. Blues deflect the puck into the Islanders' end. Turgeon with a burst of speed, flips it up the far side. And the Blues unable to maintain possession in the offensive zone. Here's Al MacInnis. Up to Scott Young. Young forced back in his own end. Over here to MacInnis. Now to Finley. Young, Stillman, and Turgeon. Stillman's pass for Turgeon behind him. Mezei gets the puck ahead. Kvasha unable to go anywhere. Young gets hit. Puck flipped in by Parrish. And here's Finley. Riesner a pass broken up. Now it's Cory Stillman shooting the puck in. Blues trying to complete a line change. Kenny Jonsson up the boards for Mariusz Czerkawaski. Blues get a bounce. Nash a backhander. Turned away. And the puck cleared into the Blues end. Here's Kucherov as the Islanders change. 3-3 in the third. Mellanby Berube shoots the puck in on the line with Reisner and Nash, who runs into Hamrlik. Nash centers, and the Islanders take over. Tim Connolly on the breakup. His pass over to Claude Lapointe. Lapointe in the corner with Hamrlik. Muckalt there along with Reisner. Just over 9 minutes to go in regulation. Hamrlik to Tyson Nash. First game back after knee surgery. Blast the puck in, and the Blues are changing. DiPietro leaves it for Hamrlik. He's on defense with Galley, who accepts his pass. Galley to the checkered red line, flips the puck in. Finley having to battle. Can't really make the play around Webb. He's a bit of a pest. And finally Finley gets the puck. Gets it ahead. Nice move into the middle to Eastwood from Barteshko over here to Mayers. He gets hit by Webb. Webb shoots the puck in off Berube's stick, but it's offside, New York. 8:39 remaining, third period. Boy, is this one tight. 3-3. Stanley Cup playoffs go on sale this Saturday at 10 a.m. at all Ticketmaster outlets, stlouisblues.com, or by calling that number 314-241-1888 in Missouri, 618-222-2900 in Illinois. Tickets from $20 to $100, and unlike previous seasons, no Stanley Cup playoff packages for the first 2 rounds will be sold due to nearly 100% renewal and extra ticket orders by Blues fans with season tickets or partial plans. For more information, you can call that number you saw there, 314-622-BLUE. Tickets for the playoffs go on sale Saturday at 10 a.m. We're down to 8.5 minutes to go in regulation. The Blues are tied at 3 with the Islanders. Has poke check. He and Chara come together. Chara hit by Tkachuk. Great bump by Chara. It looks like a basketball player on skates. And why wouldn't he? At 6'9". Hilly shot. Headed wide. Turned to the corner. Tkachuk to Hess. The shot. DiPietro the save. Out of the point. Sean Hill flips the puck behind the net. DiPietro can't get around Hest initially, then does. Scatcherd flips the puck back behind the net, and after it is Eric Garry. His pass up by Pyatt and down the ice. Back to touch it. Reardon icing the call against the New York Islanders. 3-3 the score. We go to Dan McLaughlin.
Well, Ken, tonight we're getting a look at the future, and that is Rick DiPietro. And folks, this guy is only 19 years of age. He's out of Boston University. At 19 years of age, he has made his NHL debut. And tonight you can see he's had some acrobatic saves, and acrobatics probably best describes what he brings to the table. He's also great with the puck as far as getting it out of the zone. He has struggled early on, but Bernie, you take a look at some of the things he has done, the raw skill that he has, and you can see why he was the #1 overall pick this last summer.
No question, Garry. The scary part is that should he spend some time in the minors, only 1 year in college hockey, he maybe needs to spend some time and hone his game down in the minors. I think that's a lot of people, a lot of scouts say that maybe that should happen, but he's played very well. He does handle the puck very well.
Now the Islanders are offside at the St. Louis line. He's not going to get any confidence playing at this level with this team.
Nope.
His 16th NHL game. He's got 2 wins against 12 losses. That's a tough way to go. Folks, tonight it's the 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report. 30 minutes of news completely dedicated to your home teams. Preview of the Illini and Kansas in a Sweet 16 matchup. Tony La Russa is named as opening day pitcher, and post-game locker room reaction after Keith Tkachuk's home debut. The Regional Sports Report tonight at 11 right here on Fox Sports Net. Neither team has scored here in the third. There have been 10 shots on goal. The Blues have 6 of them, and the Islanders misfire. Tkachuk will play on, and I'll tell you, he's been terrific in his first 3 games with the Blues. And you've got to like what you see. This has been, in a way, a frustrating game for the Blues here against the team with the fewest points in the league. Here's Stillman to MacInnis. Lapointe intercepts. Gusarov moves in, and the puck cleared to center ice. Young with it. Over to MacInnis, and it's offside. The Blues offside at the New York line. 6:50 to go in regulation. Still 3-3.
That was very close. It sure didn't look like it was offside by much here, Kenny. And now MacInnis had the weapon cocked. He was going to let it go. He jumped up into the play, too. A good play by Lapointe, intercept the pass. But here you'll see just there now, he couldn't have been offside himself. Someone on the far blue line must have been stuck inside the zone, because he, no question, he was onside when he got that pass.
No question. Kavanaugh blasts the puck in. DiPietro lets it go. Nash gets sandwiched. Mellenby and Kvasha. Nash also there, and the puck played by Galley around near side. Pyatt gets tied up in the corner now with a puck. Mellenby in front. Riesner off the crossbar. Boy, Riesner hits the crossbar. Nash dragged down. Mellenby leaves the puck at the red line for Riesner. He'll flip it in. That was similar to Mariusz Czerkawaski's backhander very earlier in the game, where he hit the post very cleanly. Kavanaugh to Meyers. Meyers works in, held up by Galley, and the puck cleared out. Eastwood sweeps it back in his own territory to Kavanaugh. Then a Gusarov pass finally ends up on Meyer's stick. Under 6 to go. Long shot. DiPietro makes the save. Boy, he's very, very confident in handling the puck. Bernie mentioned he's good, and he has been all night. He hasn't hesitated at all.
As a youngster, though, you get burnt with that same play an awful lot if you're not careful. And that's what I think that you really have to guard against with your young goaltender.
This crowd, and it's a big one again, trying to cheer on the Blues. The puck comes to the point. Here's a shot by Chara, knocked down. The line of Berube, Martins, and Webb out there for New York. This is Martins off the back of the net, trying to pass the puck to himself, and he effectively does it. Then a pass out, doesn't reach Berube. Here's Jamal Meyers. Ahead for Barteshko with a bouncing puck. Unable to work in, shoots it in, but Reardon in over the blue line. Offside, St. Louis. 5:02 to go in the third. Still tied at 3.
Chance you'll see him get robbed here as he hits the crossbar over the shoulder of DiPietro. Let's go to the Fox sounds of the game. Listen, there it is, folks, right off the bar. A good break there for DiPietro.
From the face-off, Finley drives the puck in. He and MacInnis are on defense. Est is out there with Drake and Tkachuk. Now long shot by Chara off MacInnis's stick, high and into the crowd. We're down to 4:44 to go, and you could imagine some frustration could be setting in for the Blues.
Right now it is, Kenny, but 4:44, this is a game that they have to win. You don't want to make a mistake and lose this game, though. That's the scary part. You need to make sure you get the point. So you got to be pretty cautious for the next 4:44. Blues are clearly the better team. And you see here the shots on goal, the saves, 20 for DiPietro, 15 for Turek, but these are the scary games that you know that you're expected to win. And the Blues, as you mentioned, Kenny, in the second period, really have almost played down to the level of the Islanders instead of taking control of this game.
Yeah, which you can understand. It happens.
Yep.
I mean, it just happens.
And the Blues,
you've seen it all your life in all sports.
Yeah, Kenny, the Blues have been on the road so much, too, the last, really, 3 weeks. You know, 2 4-game road trips, and then the 3 that's just came up, just passed, and it's been a very difficult stretch, and it's very difficult. All of a sudden, you're sleeping in your own bed now, and you're not sure where you are.
Pyatt, a pretty good opportunity here.
Yeah, again, a turnover by the Blues in the zone by MacInnis. Pyatt just pulls this down and gets the quick shot away. Good positioning by Roman Turek. You see him right out to the corner of the crease. MacInnis tried to flip that up high, didn't get enough wood on it, and it ended up on the glove there of Pyatt.
Everybody agrees the Western Conference has more tough teams than the Eastern Conference, which is the conference the Islanders are in. The New York Islanders have played 19 games against Western Conference teams. They've won 2.
Yeah.
At home in November, they beat Nashville, and in February, they got a win in Edmonton. That's it. They got 1 tie. They lost 16 of 19 against Western Conference teams.
Hard to believe that they beat Edmonton.
Yeah. Here is Keith Tkachuk. Trying to force his way in, makes the move. Can't get the final move made. Chara, a pretty good recovery to help out Mezei, and the puck cleared out. Gusarov will go back. 3-3 is the score. Blues Islanders, 4 minutes left in the third period. Blues have played a lot of overtime games, especially lately. You know, they haven't gotten a lot of wins, but they've been getting points. They have points in 6 of their last 8 games. Here's Drake with Tkachuk and Hesht. Puck shot by Chara up the boards. MacInnis at center ice over to Finley. Finley has to wait. Now he can shovel it in, and both teams are changing. 19,723 here tonight. I think they're a little anxious also. Probably figuring, well, this is a game the Blues ought to win. And they're tied. Kvasha ahead. Czerkawaski with Scatcherd. Back to the puck, MacInnis. It's been good to see him back. Up for Cory Stillman. To Turgeon to Finley. Trying to shoot the puck in, too well covered. And it's MacInnis. Almost had an opening. The shot blocked. And the Islanders take over. Dave Scatcherd ahead for Oleg Kvasha. And both teams are changing. 2:45 to go. Scott Young flips the puck in. Mezei battling Nash. Now Connolly feeds to Jonsson. Blues knock the puck away. Over to the boards to Parrish. He'll clear the puck out. And Riesner skates over to get it. He's tied up. Mellenby gets the puck back to Sean Hill. He'll flip it right to the New York defense. Now the puck shot into the blue zone by Conley. Back to touch it, Reardon, and an icing call against New York. Of course, you look at the tough Western Conference, Colorado on top, and then you see how it goes with the 3 division leaders. Well, our fan poll, stlouistoday.com. Will the Blues, trailing by 5 points, catch and surpass Detroit? And 6 out of 10 feel they will.
I would feel a lot more confident in that if Chris Pronger was playing right now. Chris Pronger probably won't be back till the last week of the schedule. The last 3 games, possibly 4. So that doesn't help the chances. Detroit with a 5-point lead, as you saw. This is one of the 2 games in hand the Blues have, so it'd really be imperative to get 2 points tonight with the win. You see Chris Pronger, Bryce Salvador, and then DiPietro there on the very left. So those 3 guys would love to be playing. Of course, Bryce with the wrist injury, and then the handspring to DiPietro, and Pronger with the broken arm.
Here's Haminoff up to Drake with Tkachuk and Hesht. Drake blasts the puck in. DiPietro can't catch up with it. Hesht in the corner. Now Muckalt takes over. And he'll clear it down the ice. 1:45 to go. Boy, the Islanders will be thrilled to get a tie and a point. Icing against New York. We hope you'll tune in tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central, for Midwest Sports Tonight, presented by Verizon. You'll find out about all of the issues, the stories, and the headlines that affect Midwest's local teams, as well as features on the entire local sports scene. That's Midwest Sports Tonight, presented by Verizon, tomorrow night at 7 Central on Fox Sports Net.
That puck obviously was touched by one of the Blues, so they're going to negate the icing, and they're going to admit that the mistake was made. So the face-off will come back to center ice. Just a minute 42 remaining in this third period. Just a big minute 42. It'd be nice for the Blues to get a win, Kenny, in this regulation.
There you see the shots favoring the Blues. Chara gets the puck ahead. Cory Stillman intercepts to Young. He'll flip it in. Chara takes it. Again, he's 6'9". Yeah, I just said that about 5 times, but I think somebody tunes in and starts to watch, and they see this fellow. They're going, well, how tall is he?
6'11" on skates.
Yeah.
I mean, 6'9" with just his stocking feet on.
There's an icing against New York. And we go to our Commerce Bank big save of the game.
And it's not that man right now. It's going to be the lovely red crossbar that comes up with the Commerce Bank big save of the night. You see it right there over DiPietro's shoulder and off the crossbar. That is our Commerce Bank big save of the night.
The old crossbar. The posts are, as far as the goalie's concerned, hey, making a difference if you're 10 inches, 10 feet wide, or you hit the post. It doesn't go in, it doesn't go in.
The good goaltenders will tell you that's all he had.
That's right.
Nothing else was there.
I had everything covered. 1:17 remaining in regulation. And the Islanders control. Now the Blues take over. Here's MacInnis shooting the puck in. DiPietro leaves it for Kenny Jonsson. He's on defense with Roman Hamrlik. He can't get the pass. Drake trying to keep the puck in, unable to. Now with under a minute to go in regulation, MacInnis flips the puck ahead, but it goes into the crowd. 57.7 seconds to go. You would think in regulation, as you say, Bernie, you've got to be cautious. You would go to overtime. Boy, that's really plays into the Blues' hand, you would think.
No question. We go to overtime, and that's where the Blues really have the advantage, and they have to go for it. They already got a point. They want that second one, so I know that Joel right now doesn't want to lose the one that they have, so they might be a little cautious and then try to win it in overtime. But
yeah, why risk anything here? Take your point. You've got 5 minutes to try to win it.
The Islanders have allowed 16 goals against 4-on-4 this season. They've only scored 6 times. Mind you, 7. They did score 4-on-4 tonight. So,
and you would figure those numbers like that with a team like that. And you would figure the Blues would be good teams would be the other way.
Yep, they'd be above the middle marker there because of the fact that they're the better team.
Now it's center ice with 35 seconds to go. Young sends the puck back to MacInnis. He'll get it right back from Gusarov. Now up to Turgeon to Stillman with Young. Cory Stillman can't work in. Here's Jonsson. 20 seconds on the clock. Overtime is looming. Scatcherd for New York shoots the puck out. Here's Alexei Gusarov. Stillman on to Turgeon. His pass intercepted, and Lapointe with 3 seconds says, let's go to overtime. We've got our point. Believe me, that's 48 points, and the Islanders are happy to get it. The Blues will try to win it in overtime. A 5-minute 4-on-4 session is coming up next.
The Islanders 1 win in the 10 games. The Blues with a much better record. Cory Stillman, his 3rd game with the Blues. He had an assist on the game winner in Minnesota in overtime. He tied the game in Calgary, the 2-2 tie, and that goal in the 2nd period tied this game at 3. So Stillman 2 goals and an assist in his 3 games, and they've all been important goals and assists.
He's played well. The Blues outscored the Islanders 2-1 in the 1st period. Pesht and Mellanby score. The Islanders outscored the Blues in the 2nd period 2-1. Stillman, as Bernie pointed out, getting the tying goal at 18:23 of the 2nd. That was the last time we saw the red light go on. It's 3-3. Each team has a point. You play 4-on-4. And again, Joel Quenneville's philosophy is very simple. Don't care if I lose now, because I'm going all out to get the extra point. I want to get the 2nd point. It doesn't make one bit of difference if the Islanders get it. The only difference it makes is if they get it, you can't. Czerkawaski's pass taken by Hesht. MacInnis, Reardon, Hesht, and Tkachuk. In front, Hamrlik, a shot, he scores! 23 seconds in. Roman Hamrlik scores, and the Blues tonight will not get that 2nd point. They lose 4-3 in overtime, their 5th overtime game in their last 12.
Roman Hamrlik is one of the finest shots of all defensemen in the league, and this shot here, no chance for Roman. Great work, great anticipation by Czerkawaski, Kenny, and that's why Hamrlik was able to score.
The Islanders happy they get that extra point. Here's our BMW play of the game.
There's the anticipation, the pass from Czerkawaski right into the middle of the slot by Hamrlik. And look at this shot, top drawer, just right over top of the glove, just inside the post. And Roman Hamrlik is our Budweiser player of the game with the game-winning goal.
So the Blues are stunned. The crowd is a bit stunned. And the Blues now with only one win in their last 10 games.
Well, there you see the pass, but it was great anticipation. Czerkawaski ended up with their Roman Turk hit right after the shot, but what a play by Hamrlik and what a perfectly placed shot.
For Dan McLaughlin and Bernie Federko, I'm Ken Wilson. Thanks for joining us tonight.